Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 22nd non-content podcast, where we have finally cut the strings. You're no longer watching this on teamprocreate.com, you're watching this on youtube.com/user, whatever the fuck the number is, because YouTube won't give us a custom URL yet. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're no longer with Team Procreate, so we no longer have to do that thing, but much love to those guys, and it was a nice, however many months we were working with them. Let's not say we did just in case they come up and was like, yo, I heard you was talking shit.
I just don't even remember how many months there was. Dude, I don't even remember, like, when my birthday is half the time, so...
True.
Well, I think it was about 7 Kardashians.
What's
a
Kardashian
Kardashian is about a half and a bit months.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Oh, speaking of Kardashians, I finally watched all the new episodes of Boondocks.
Yeah.
Boondocks is so good.
I haven't even watched them. I should, though.
Dude, season 4 is like so good. It's like they never stop making it.
Yeah.
My only complaint, the only
episodes.
complaint I have is that it ends so like stupidly. Like the last episode is so lackluster.
Like stupider than Boondocks is normally?
Yeah,
Boondocks
like just
never real
shitty.
stupid. It's pretty clever.
Question.
Pretty clever show.
Did they bring back Tara Strong?
No, they brought Great Lyle on.
Oh, they brought Great. Oh my fucking.
She does like 5 voices in the new season. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely need to watch it. When I heard about it, I was hoping they'd bring back Tara Strong just so I could hear Timmy Turner, Twilight Sparkle, and basically every voice from every cartoon I'd ever heard when I was growing up say the word faggot, fuck, and nigger.
Who did she voice in the first few seasons?
She voiced that one Girl Scout, the blonde-haired bitch.
Sarah.
Sarah, that's her name.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah, Tom's wife?
No,
She only,
the
like,
kid,
2
the
episodes.
Girl Scout.
The one who did basketball.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that kid. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
remember
okay.
her name.
Yeah.
Shit, is her
Yeah.
name
think she had
Sarah
a
as
name.
well?
If you need, like, any kind of, like, reason to watch it, here's, like, just a few main points you need to go through. Freedom fighters doing, like, martial arts.
Remember when I was talking about that and everybody was like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever?
Okay, niggas' hairs exploded.
Yeah.
And, like, people robbing, like, convenience stores to make themselves look good. We're done here.
Pardon me? I mean...
Yeah, that's the plot of an episode. And
There's
it's
an entire
so good.
episode revolving around Siri going AWOL.
I would say I can't believe it, but Boondocks has done worse.
Oh, dude, the last episode is just such a shit fest, not
Why, did they
face.
focus too much on Grandad?
No, it was all a retarded joke.
That was like the entire season, though.
It was a literal retarded joke.
Oh, really?
Wait, like autism?
It was.
Yeah. It was so stupid. It wasn't even a good retarded joke. Like, that's the
No.
thing. It was so
Who
terrible.
was the joke aimed at?
Riley.
But we all knew he
And
was
retarded
retarded.
people. No, the joke is that he's not retarded, but they're saying that he is retarded to mess with retarded people.
Yeah. That's.
It's really shitty.
It wasn't a very great episode, but the rest of the season was amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that
I
got me back.
guess not every episode can be a hit. I mean,
Yeah.
And that just reminded me, more transitions with that Boondock shit. The online community in UFC is amazing, surprisingly.
really.
Like, yeah. Like, the only things I've ever heard come over the mic is, like, suggestions on how to fight better. And then at one point, I got a flash knockdown where someone kicked me in the chest, and my guys, like, fell down, and I was in the round. And then nothing but silence for a few seconds. And then you just hear, "You just got kicked in your chest, nigga. You eat it, nigga. You eat it."
That's the best community. Why can't all communities be like that? Oh my god.
I don't know, but I think it's because not many people use the PS4's mic. So the people who do just don't really have time to put up with bullshit, I guess. I don't know.
It's just, oh my god. Can I just say my piece on online communities? Like, they're getting worse, right? I don't even own an Xbox One, and I don't have an Xbox Live Gold subscription, so I don't, go play Call of Duty and all that on Xbox. But that shit that I became a I became like straight up PC only for multiplayer games to avoid is like bleeding over to games I like now. Like, I would, how like every Saturday if I'm not doing anything, I'll post Team Fortress and I'll have like a little rant, little update, all that shit, and I've had to re-record that shit 3 times in 3 different matches on 3 different servers, one of which is a private server that you actually need a password to get into, and every single one has had like little Timmy Sephiroth XXX in it.
To be fair, that's Team Fortress, though.
I know, but in a private server with fucking passwords and shit. Like, this is a server that you have to be part of a community to get into.
Team Fortress 2 is tricky. You either get really, really good sessions with a good community or terrible fucking sessions with a bad community.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess it's just something I'm not used to, because like, most of the games I play in Team Fortress, like, no one fucking talks, it's all text. Because no one uses the microphones.
Sometimes people use the microphones, but you can't understand them.
Yeah, or if someone does use the microphone and they are coherent, then it's going to be for something that you really can't say through text, like, or something that's like happening immediately and you need to be like, yo! But that rarely happens, because Team Fortress 2 isn't like that much.
If you get on during Halloween, it's the most annoying.
Oh yeah, like, I never
all
played
the fucking 12-year-olds will be on there with their mics like, my bedtime is 8:30, so I can stay on for another hour and play more Halloween update.
I never play on Halloween or Christmas. Never do.
Like, the events are fun, but the community just sucks at those times.
The events ruin. I skipped Smissmas and Halloween last year just because of like the absolute bullshit. And there's the Rocket Raccoon. I mean, and apparently the Halloween episode was extremely fun last year because you had all those spell books and new shit, and it's like,
I can't agree with that. I thought last year's update was pretty lackluster.
I'm saying from just watching videos of it after the fact. Like, I don't know how it was.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it looks fun to watch.
It was boring.
Okay, so just playing it is just Team Fortress 2, except people have grenades now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, grenades suck. And now he's just showing off his miniatures.
Yeah, because I don't play Team Fortress, so I was like, well. Oh no, Mutant Roshi fell down.
Oh no!
By far.
He has a turtle shell. He can't get back up.
Oh no.
Yeah. But by far the worst online community has got to be Gmod Sandbox. I've never been on a server.
Dota 2.
Heroes of New Earth.
Yeah.
Laying it down, Heroes of New Earth worst.
League of Legends.
No, League of Legends is not that bad.
Pretty shitty, but it's not as bad.
League of Legends is better than Dota 2, which is better than Han.
I suppose,
Dota 2 made me just stop playing the game. I was like, I'm done. I'm sorry. Y'all are all terrible. I hate all you people.
And half of them are fucking Russian.
Yes! That was weird as well.
Be learning to play Comrade Suka.
It was bad, dude. Like, they would yell at you just the same, but you couldn't understand what they were saying.
It's all
so it made it more offensive.
Because it's all in Russian, and they know that you can't understand them.
Middle!
Comrade, be getting to the middle!
It's like, what did I do wrong? I'm sorry.
You were not drunk enough, comrade.
Dota 2, the problem is with that game, that, like, the entrance level is so high to, like, be even slightly decent at Dota, and no one wants to put up with you as you learn to play Dota.
Yeah, and add that with the low barrier to actually play the game, because it's free. I mean...
So you think everybody can do is it's like a long piece of shit?
Well, Dota 2 is not technically free, but everybody gets in anyways.
Yeah, everyone gets in. You don't have to buy heroes, I mean...
Wait, Dota 2 is not free?
Yeah, it's free.
No,
well, it was
free.
I mean, I got it for free. So I just assumed it was still free.
It began the free beta, and then it went to free for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't think Dota ever cost any money.
Yeah, I was like, did they make...
Did you pay for Dota 2?
No, I got
it
it
gifted. For Dota 2?
No one would pay. I mean, it's not like...
Because that was when it was during the beta.
I mean, it's not like... It's not like... It's not like a game like Super Monday Night Combat, God rest its soul, where that game has a very low barrier to entry, and also a very low skill barrier. You can be good at Super Monday Night Combat, yet, like, very quickly. You can be. I mean, well, depending on the heroes they have on rotation. I mean, God, I still can't fucking play Da Vinci.
At all.
But yeah, like, it's... it's kind of it's iffy on it. Like, Dota 2 is a good game. I really like it, but I never got to play it enough to where I was good. Because, like, I was good at Dota. I was really good at League. And then, like, I hit Dota 2, and I was like, well, this is like Dota, but a lot of changes have happened. Let me try to learn it. And then, like, it got to the point where I was just tired of, like, hearing people scream over a mic for long enough. I'm like, I'm done. Fuck it. Like, why would I play?
It's especially bad because Dota is a game where you can unlearn skills very easily as well. Like, I actually got pretty good at Dota at one point because I was playing it in the beta. Then I stopped playing it because I had, other games to play. I had videos to make. I had shit to do, and I didn't touch Dota for a month. I come back and I'm like, I have no fucking idea what to do now. What do I do? Mm-hmm. And just like, and you're at that rank point where like everyone is at your old skill level, and you're like, well, better lube up my pooper.
It kind of feels like going back to playing StarCraft. Like
yeah.
StarCraft, you play it for a while, you get really good, you're setting up your like 3 gates and shit, having a good time. Stop playing it for a year, come back and you try to do like a strategy, but you're off by like 15 seconds. In that 15 seconds, you're fucked. Because the match lasts for 8 minutes.
Or there's been a balance change. Yeah. I mean, I just can't get into those games. I just, no. Like,
and honestly, the only way you can really get in at that point is have friends. But it's like, oh, but your friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's very finicky. It's very bleh.
I need to have 4 other people online at all times if I want to play this game.
Yeah, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think if you're gonna make a MOBA, I think making it along the lines of Super Monday Night Combat or Smite, because I think Smite is in a similar vein to SMNC. That
Smite's coming to the PS4 and it looks so good because Smite is good by itself, and it's like it's set up to where it'd be really good with controllers.
Yeah.
See, Smite never really
like just have like it doesn't even have to be like a I prefer the third person format in my MOBAs, but that's just me. But like, just do it the same way they do. If you're gonna have a low barrier of entry, like Dota 2 does,
you need a tutorial. You need a goddamn tutorial.
Yeah, you need a good tutorial. You need a good tutorial, and you also need a skill barrier that's easy to rise to. Not one where you have to play for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end of endless defeat to get over with.
See, and my take on that is, if you're gonna make a MOBA, just don't. There's already too fucking many.
One MOBA was too many.
Okay. But when we're talking about tutorials and MOBAs too, what's sad is that League of Legends has one of the best ones, and that is a shit tutorial.
Yeah.
But at least they told me that if I last hit minions, I get gold.
Yeah, I don't think...
at least they told me how to use a fucking spell.
I remember when I was playing Dota, I didn't know how to deny, and I still don't. And I was like,
I think
is there anything in the menu to tell me how to deny?
On friendly minions.
How you do it? But now
I think so.
Too late now, but
yeah, because now you
I don't think you have to control click. I think by default you can just click them.
I remember when I was clicking, nothing would happen.
In the beta it was control click, so they must have changed it.
I might have changed a setting or something.
See,
and
I
that's
was
just how I'm remembering it.
Never able to find. I was like, I have no idea how to. So I click on them and nothing happens. So
yeah. So it's definitely like a modified click. It's either shift or control, one of them.
Or they may.
I can see that.
If they changed it, that'd be good because I had no idea what the fuck how to do it.
I mean,
Dota. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
It's a bad game. It's a bad game.
No, it's a good game with a bad tutorial.
Which makes it
and
a bad game.
community.
I don't know if it counts as a tutorial even.
It's
no,
not
it really
a tutorial.
Doesn't.
It's not
it's
a tutorial.
Like, here's the keys that do things. Do things.
Here's
go play the game.
You think you're a
Fun
bad
fact.
enough dude to play our game? Well, fuck you.
Fun fact, I tried to do a video series on Dota 2, and the funniest part of it ended up being the fucking tutorial because it was just a mess.
God.
MOBA videos don't go well.
No, they don't. A friend of mine actually does MOBA videos just as his main thing, along with another guy, and he keeps trying to bug me to do them with it, and I'm like, no, not doing them, bro.
Also,
Dude, the highest performers of all time on my channel are the League of Legends videos I have, and they keep getting substantially more views than the rest of my videos. So don't tell me MOBAs aren't good for videos.
No, I mean, I think he means MOBAs aren't fun to do.
Well, no,
I
shit.
also mean they don't make good videos. People are clickbaiting you put up clickbait is what you did. Like,
And you're gonna get
nobody's watching it because it's good. They're watching it because it says League of Legends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
just
I
like,
mean,
fine.
or
I
it's
don't
just
give a
like a
shit.
newbie who's like, oh, maybe I can learn how to play. And then if you're fucking up or just having fun with it, then you're teaching him bad habits and further poisoning the player base. GG.
and then maybe
Sorry.
somebody who's actually good at the game will actually look at you and be like, "This motherfucker sucks." Down vote.
Downvote. Down runs
Spam
to
it.
the left.
Go to
No,
Reddit and tell people
spam
that there's an awful video, so they'll spam your channel. That kind of thing.
Yep, that's how you do it. So, stuff that happened in the week we took off. Well, Robin
Awesome.
Williams died, Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
movie happened, and me and Zach have done a review on it.
And everybody was mad at Microsoft for doing the exclusive for a game.
Yep.
Everybody was upset.
Tomb
even
Raider-
though
yeah, Tomb
every
Raider.
other company has done that.
Tomb
Every
Raider was
single
announced for
major
Xbox
console company has
only.
done that.
And,
Even though every
and-
other,
wait, another
every,
one?
I'm still mad about that. so
Can
bad
we,
about
can we
people-
talk about? Can we just go through each of those topics in descending order? So just
Alright.
Tomb Raider, Ninja Turtles, and the other thing.
And
Oh,
then
there's
we're
also
going for
Magica
one
2
thing.
coming out next year.
Yay.
Yeah.
They
And
announced Magica 2 for next year.
guess
Hopefully
what?
it works
Xbox
on
One
the
exclusive.
computer.
So do you remember the guys who made Rambo the video game?
Oh, God,
Oh,
no.
oh, you mean that masterpiece of a game?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Potato Engine
Taeyon,
3.
guess what they're making?
Please say
Tell me.
Rambo 2.
Terminator 2.
I was going to guess
What
Rocky.
was Terminator, like the movie Terminator 2, or just like the second Terminator game?
The movie.
Really?
I want to
Yeah.
play it. I kind of want to play it.
Did you
It's
play
going to
the
be the same thing with Terminator skin.
I kind of want to play
Terminator
it.
At least
the
that
movie,
makes more
the video
sense.
game,
And
the
really, that
potato.
does make a lot more sense.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because
Rambo.
Rambo was actually like guerrilla warfare. A Terminator is a Terminator. He just walks in a straight line and
Also,
hopes
Rambo
bullets
didn't murder
poke off.
like 100 people.
Yeah, and then
Murder.
Rambo's like doing guerrilla shit, which you can't really do on a rail shooter. Meanwhile, being a robot that stops at nothing and just walks in a straight line firing a gun,
Actually,
that
now that I think
actually
about
makes sense for a rail
That
shooter.
doesn't even make much sense for fucking the second Terminator movie. It was the first
Nope.
one. That make
No.
a hell of a lot. more
Yeah,
sense.
every combat scene with Arnold though, he is basically doing a rail shooter. He's walking along basically a preset
doesn't-
path and firing his
But
shotgun.
here's the thing, though.
The guy
Terminator
who's
2, he doesn't kill that many people or
Oh, yeah.
anybody.
oh,
at
oh
all.
yeah, I forgot about
He doesn't
that.
kill a single person on him.
The
except
only
for, like,
person
the
he
first early
the only
scenes.
the only person he kills is the T-1000. Now I think about it.
Yeah.
And himself.
No, that's a freaking plot point in the movie.
Yeah.
Again, like in Rambo.
Maybe you get points. Maybe you only get points if you shoot them in the knee.
You get points if not all of your flesh burns off when you fall in the lava at the end.
The quick
have to
time event is
mash
killing
A.
yourself.
Mash A to hold a thumbs up.
Why can't they pick a movie where it actually has you, like, the movie actually involves you murdering thousands of people?
Basically,
Mash
so
A
you
to
want
Hasta La
Expendables,
Vista,
the video
baby.
game, then?
Oh, God, remember that game?
Expendables the video game is so bad though.
That was, like...
Expendables, the franchise is so bad.
Back down.
I
Get
disagree
outta
with
here.
that because
No, yeah,
Expendables, I can't help see it as a parody.
It kind
They're
of
not
is.
amazing movies.
I'm pretty sure they
just
are
like-
parodies.
They're parody.
campy
Basically,
action
it's
movies,
every hammy action hero of the '80s and the ones from the early '90s and late '90s and 2000s. Yeah, that basically cannot get any work outside of stupid action flicks.
I'm pretty sure most of those guys
all
can't
got
get work.
together
More than a
and
weekend.
made
Shots fired.
a mockery of their own previous work that got them where they are and trapped them in basically typecasting. That is brilliant, and it's
And
very
then Randy
brilliant. and
Couture
it's
was
very-
like, "Well, I can't fight anymore."
and it's
So-
and it's
I'm
pretty
bored as shit.
nice to look at. You got to admit, it's it's a movie you sit down, you turn your brain off, and you have flashbacks to the '80s. That is what I love because '80s movies are my favorite thing.
Yeah, they were pretty great.
Yeah,
Can I knock
but
this on? Oh.
so does anyone remember? While we're talking about Terminator and bad Terminator things, does anyone remember the last Terminator game?
Salvation.
Terminator
I
Salvation.
played that game. I actually have.
So did
If
I.
you look at my PS3. That's one of like the games I actually have like 100%. That's the
So do I, because it's easy to get 100%.
yeah, and it's so terrible.
It's
I can't-
it's
The movie was
Do you
fucking
remember?
terrible.
So the movie was okay.
It
It was
was-
massive compared to the goddamn game. It
If
was
they're gonna
goddamn
make if they're gonna make
masterpiece.
it, I want to play a Terminator game where you
It
actually
was
play as
so
the where you actually
boring.
play as the fucking Terminator.
okay.
was the
Terminator versus RoboCop. There you go.
And that's
Um,
also a terrible game.
That is a terrible game. Now, I
It
mean, like
is.
an actual game where like an actual game where you're not playing as the humans, you're playing you're playing from Skynet's point of view. I would play that. I'd play the shit out of that. I don't care how easy it would be.
That wouldn't be very interesting, actually.
It'd be more of
the
like
only way you can do it is be an RTS.
It'd basically be Worm Stomper 2015
I don't give a shit.
I could see it as an RTS.
The humans
But then
in
you
the
just
movies,
nuke everybody.
The humans in the movies
You're playing
don't...
StarCraft and you have nukes. The end.
No, I mean, like, from Skynet's point of view, I mean from the point of view of like a Terminator. So, like, I mean, the humans can take out individual Terminators. It's just really fucking hard. So, like, what if they just made a game where you were a Terminator, where you just were a Terminator, just a single Terminator out, and he's just like rolling along with his group of guys, and he's the only one left, and he's just wiping out the humans. That would be fine, because that would have a small modicum of difficulty while still having enemies that you can just pop like balloons.
The problem with that is there'd be, like, no variety, because after you kill the first couple of gunships, humans, well, I mean, what are you going to do after that? How's it going to escalate?
It'd probably have to be a very short game.
The fact that humans kind of just got wrecked.
It'd probably be a very short game.
Remember the what's called the police scene from the first Terminator movie, where he just goes to the police station and kills everyone, easily.
I don't know.
And you know what? Everything that was suggested would still be better than a single car scene in Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
Do you remember those, Harrison?
So long.
In that game. So hard and, like, stupid. Oh my god, you get hit once and you'd instantly die.
Yep.
That game was so boring, too. It took, like, forever to kill anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're playing as the humans. That's why I want a game where you play as the Terminator, because all the Terminator games, it takes forever to kill a single enemy, because guess what? They're made of fucking titanium.
It's like, oh, you gotta get behind them. Remember the first time you saw, like...
I mean, there was a Terminator on-rail shooter that was like an arcade game where you held the gun and pointed it at the screen, and you would just walk along and sort of fuck up Terminators. I loved that game.
That was actually a kind of fun game. I do remember that.
Played that in the hotel at Disney World.
I played it like an arcade or somewhere.
I played it in an arcade, too.
What was the arcade?
Good.
Yeah, there was a Terminator Salvation arcade game at my movie place. I'm fairly certain it's still there. I'm like 100% sure it's a reskin of Time Crisis, but it's actually pretty good.
I never really liked Time Crisis.
I mean, if it's a reskin of Time Crisis, of course it's good. Time Crisis.
I don't know. I never really cared for Time Crisis.
I always thought Time Crisis was adequate. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. It was just
if you're in an arcade and you have nothing else to do, Time Splitters is fucking gold.
If I saw Time Splitters in a fucking arcade, I'd be like, holy shit.
He means Time Crisis.
I know, but...
Time Crisis, sorry.
But we do all know there's a game series called Time Splitters, right?
Yeah, we all know about Time Splitters.
Alright, so that joke shouldn't have been that fucking difficult.
Gameplay,
Shots fired.
So yeah.
Apparently there is a Terminator Salvation arcade game. It's made by fucking Play Mechanics.
Really?
That name sounds familiar, actually.
I don't know if the one I was playing. It was where the Time Crisis arcade machine used to be, and it was like the exact same size and dimensions and everything, exact same guns almost, but there was just a big like skinless Terminator hovering above it with big LED eyes.
Are pretty much all reskins of each other.
I know, but it's like it was like it felt the exact same. I didn't even notice it until like a month after they replaced it. That's how exactly the same it was.
Did you guys ever play one of those arcade games where it was a shooter, but it was like cop something, and it like had camera sensors on there all around it, so you'd have to duck, and it would like move your point down so you could dodge bullets and shit?
I haven't seen one outside of a Korean arcade or Japanese arcade.
Oh my god, they're everywhere in Las Vegas.
Yeah, remember, don't live in Las Vegas. I live in the South.
Yeah,
there's not even that many arcades down here.
In every arcade there was one.
The only arcade, arcade machines near me is in the movie theater.
There are two arcades that we can find around here in Greensboro. One is the Lost Ark, which really isn't an arcade so much as it is a classic game shop with a couple of machines set up here and there. And the other one is all the way at a fucking mall in Raleigh.
Yeah.
But you live in Greensboro?
Yeah.
Arcades are dead in the South.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You were actually in Greensboro. That's crazy.
Yeah, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Did you go to high school in Greensboro?
Yep.
What high school?
Penn, Griffin.
The internet, bringing people together.
It's all about Central.
Hey.
And fuck Andrews.
Alright.
Oh, fuck Andrews.
So, we got a little bit off topic, but can we talk about the fact that
Back off topic, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Because Harrison said they knew the name Play Mechanics, just like briefly. Yeah. It's because they made Aliens Extermination and like all the big Buck Hunter games.
All right.
Buck Hunter. Never did touch that one.
All
I
right.
did.
I did. It's okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
terrible. It
It
wasn't
was
like.
really boring.
I mean,
Yeah, play mechanics always
You just
makes
kill it.
always makes solid games, but there's solid and then there's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all they make is arcade games.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
I
make
mean-
shooters, and then they make like Deal or No Deal, and like Wheel of Fortune and shit.
Yeah. It's like they're competent, they're just not good at the fun aspect.
I
So
mean,
the play
honestly,
mechanics bit.
we gotta think about it. When you're making an arcade game compared to like a home console game, you're
Yeah,
what you
you're
want is
basically you want people putting in quarters.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't. I mean, you're not gonna make something too in depth, you know,
Yeah. It's
compared
like,
to like you know. Just
yeah, but
boom.
there's being in
spend
depth
money.
and then there's just being mindless fun. I mean Pac-Man isn't fucking in depth, and look at that. That's still the #1 selling arcade cabinet on the planet.
Survey does say that that is the most easily recognizable game character in history. Like, if you ask 9 out of 10 people about Pac-Man, they'll know who it is. Not 9 out of 10, probably like 10 out of 10.
Well, that's because Pac-Man isn't exactly that complex of a design.
Have you seen those new goddamn games?
Oh, creepy as hell.
The Pac-Man 3D games.
Where they gave Pac-Man arms and legs and shit.
And
Pac-Man's
realistic
getting that
eyes and a
Pac pussy.
terrified mouth.
Wait, realistic eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Pac-Man getting that Pac pussy.
No, what's
in,
funny? That's actually like in the
cutscenes.
that's not even like something they made up. That's just like in the original game.
Yeah, but no one ever thought that they were actually going to do it.
It's something I really when I was playing like Pac-Man a few weeks ago. I was like, man, these games have like a shit ton of story.
Right? It's
Like,
Yeah,
what
all
the-
those old games have a lot of story just like wedged away, like where they could put it. I mean,
Nobody. ever
Mrs. Pac-Man is like an entire story of like how he's a love story. The first love
It
story in
is
gaming.
though. That's the crazy thing. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
was. There used to be a Mrs. Pac-Man machine at this bowling alley I used to go to when I was a kid. I have no idea even if that bowling alley still exists. And I
Dude,
played
bowling
through all. I
alleys,
played,
roller rinks, there was always a Miss Pac-Man
Yeah.
at one of those things.
like
There's always a
that game.
goddamn
That
arcade.
that game was basically like a love story. It's like. At the end of the first level, Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man meet. End of the third level, they have kids. End of the level after that, their kids are kidnapped or something. And then it's like
Yeah.
a love story, and like Mrs. Pac-Man goes through and does shit. It's
All in 5 days.
basically if it was redone today, it's
Directed
like
by Michael Bay.
basically if it was done today, that would be
Yes.
basically what it is. It'd be the story of a woman who finds her perfect match, but then their
And then
kids
she
get
gets raped.
kidnapped.
and then she gets raped. Or
No.
attempted rape scene out of nowhere.
Well, only
This
only
summer,
if
the
only if
dots
David
are
Cage was involved.
C4.
Okay, Harrison, it's the beginning of Berserk, except instead of the woman at the bottom,
God.
it's just him plowing into Miss Pac-Man. And then she turns into a Pac demon, and he cuts her head off. Oh yeah, it's in there.
What the fuck? I never even watched Berserk, and I have that imagery.
If you try to cut Miss Pac-Man's head off, doesn't she just sort of hop over the blade?
She doesn't
It
even
is
have
she-
a head, really. She is a head. So, like, what do
She
you cut it
is a
off
head.
of?
Well, she has legs, so I mean, assuming you just cut her legs off and then
Well,
wash
You
her.
yeah,
chop
but
off
then
the
that's
legs and you
still-
go back to the golden days.
Yeah, cut her legs off, and she's just gonna bite at you like.
Pac-Man deaths are kind of terrifying.
And they explode.
Like,
they melt.
They don't even explode. Like they consume themselves and disappear into nothingness. Like
man.
that's some like dark fantasy anime shit.
Basically, yeah.
So, Batman, this summer, shit gets real.
Where are the
Mitsuki just
rocks?
comes out, it just like as one's dying, she's like persona. It just gets off rails. I'd play it.
Her evoker is a power pellet.
It shoots power pellets.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's basically Mega Man's Mega Buster.
Yeah,
Because that's
okay.
basically the same sprite. You can't fucking tell me it's not.
I mean, yeah,
It's
I
got
can
a few more
actually.
pixels in it.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure I can. Like pretty.
No, I
easily,
mean, like
honestly.
there was a Pac-Man. I'm not even sure if it was a knockoff or it was just a remastered version, but there was there's the Mrs. Pac. Like I said, when I was a kid, there was a Mrs. Pac-Man machine, then there was a regular Pac-Man machine, but the power pellet sprites were all like Mega Man, Mega Buster
I
pellets.
think you may have just been playing like the most bootleg
I have no idea. It looked official enough.
because they do
One
not
of
look
those
alike.
ratchet ass bootleg Pac-Mans.
Well, it was in. Fuck, I don't even remember where it is. I think it was in.
You know that bootleg
Yes, it was in the
Pac-Man
ass end of
Pikmin?
England. That's all I can say.
Is anything real in England?
Yes.
Everything is bootleg.
The
Every,
tea
what?
is.
I mean, is there tea even real? I watched Cockneys versus Zombies. I know that shit ain't right there.
no, anything. If there's Cockneys within maybe a 5-mile radius, everything there is bootleg. Let's just go with that.
So it's like Mexicans.
Basically, yeah. Everything they touch turns fake. So if you're just walking along and one brushes your Rolex is immediately fake copper and starts rotting your wrist.
There's so many jokes I could make off of the setup that you just made here, but they'd all be racist, so I'm gonna skip out there.
Yep.
Don't you mean it's time to make all those jokes?
All right, it's not. Let's get Zeb Coulter in this bitch.
Yep. Let's just do that.
Dude.
Is it time to mention WWE and how they fired all their Mexicans, basically?
Yeah.
So, we gotta talk about Alberto Del Rio.
I tried to keep us on the topic of gaming, you guys. I really did.
No, we're gonna talk about Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, fine.
How he
You know what?
got
Let's bust
Fucking
out
bullshit.
all the rest of the stuff he wants to talk about.
No,
The last half
go
of
on.
this
I'll talk about it
No,
afterwards.
the last half of this is SummerSlam anyway.
Yeah,
so-
So, what I wanted to talk about was, also I want to talk about Ninja Turtles, you jackass.
Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody in
You're
their
the only
right
one.
minds
No,
honestly
hey,
wants to talk about that.
I know Zach wants to talk about it.
don't
I
think he
actually
really
never
wants to
watched
talk
his
about it.
review, and I kind of want to hear his thoughts on it.
That it's terrible.
No, I mean,
And
like,
that kills
specifically
dreams.
why he thinks it's terrible, and if it's different from why I think it's terrible. So,
You think it's terrible because there's not enough Mexicans.
okay, so first,
Being-
Ninja Turtles. Imagine turtles fucked a human and a potato and then had a child in movie
Okay.
form.
no,
Okay,
actually,
the
it's
design
not a
isn't
potato,
bad.
it's Shrek.
Honestly, their designs aren't too bad. Like, I don't mind them too much.
I don't like
It
Shrek.
I thought that it would take me out of the movie, but after 2 minutes, you stop caring.
I
And
Shrek,
it doesn't
you
look
say.
as bad as the screenshots at all.
Cowabunga, dude! What are you doing in my sewers?
I mean, okay. Like what I wanted to do when there is like movieclips.com gets their hands on Ninja Turtles and starts putting out on YouTube videos, I want to take those clips and overlay Michael Myers and see if it still fits, and I guarantee you it fucking will, because they do look like Shrek.
I remember there was somebody did a edit of the first trailer. He just put Shrek ears on it.
I saw
And
another. The same guy did an edit where he edited the Michelangelo's face to look more like the a little bit more like the Jim Henson puppets, only of course more CG. So he gave them the snout and made the eyes better, fixed the bandana, and it looks fucking good.
Yeah, I don't understand why they decided to make it look realistic. I honestly don't.
All right, let's be real here. The Turtles designs don't matter because they're not in 70% of that movie.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
true. It's not
So-
Ninja Turtles the movie.
Are
It's
they
April
not?
O'Neil the movie.
Oh,
It's
you're talking
April
about-
O'Neil
you're
and
talking about-
buddies.
You're talking about this movie. I
it's-
was confused. I thought you were talking about the other movies. What are you talking about? They're all of that
No.
movies.
Yeah.
This movie is just April O'Neil and Friends.
April O'Neil and that one guy who's like a mix between Casey Jones and that one asshole from the '80s cartoon whose name I forget.
Isn't Casey Jones not in the movie?
Casey Jones isn't in the movie, but he's kind of been melded into the other dude.
I heard. Isn't the other dude?
sounds
it's like
painful.
it's like her photographer, right?
It was her cameraman from the '80s show that was always trying to get his leg
It's-
over.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but he's got
God,
a little
Vernon
Vernon.
I think his name is.
Yeah, so he's like Vernon, only he's got like there's elements where you see that he used to be Casey Jones in at least one draft of the script.
Please,
In one
God,
draft of the
don't
script,
do
he was
this.
Casey Jones, which makes sense because other than that, yeah, it is. Other than the whole fact that April's a news reporter and Vernon's a thing, everything else is lifted almost directly from the 2003 movie. Even the Shredder is lifted partially from the 2003 series.
Let's talk about
Except
how
for the fact that
awful,
2003 series was good.
Well, I mean, they
Michael Bay-
lifted the shit parts out of it because there were shit parts.
technically this isn't even Michael Bay's baby.
Yes,
But
it's pretty
it was,
which doesn't matter.
but it was still
Oh.
Michael Bay. Because Jonathan Liebsman is Michael Bay,
Oh.
pretty much.
Now the director. Okay.
They had
Yeah.
they had 3 writers and they still fucked it up.
Yeah, but let's talk about how awful of a news reporter Jonathan Liebsman thinks every reporter is. Fucking April O'Neil sees people sprinting from somewhere,
And she just stops
instead
them.
instead of interviewing them and following them like reporters do, she sprints into like guns and shit.
Yeah, well,
Like, what the fuck?
before she does that, she sees people running. She grabs a guy by the shoulder to make him stop, and is like, "What's going on?" And he's like obviously flushed. He's like, "There's shit going down in the fucking subway." And she
Bitch, go look for
sprints
yourself.
towards it. So she knew there was shit going on.
But she
Yeah.
didn't interview the man. She just stopped and was like, "What's going on?"
And she grabbed him by the shoulder. She was like
shit's popping
intent.
off.
And then she leaves. It doesn't talk to him.
Yeah, she doesn't even talk to him. She just she says, "Oh, all right
And then gets kidnapped.
And then April gets kidnapped. And the only thing they
Are
got
you
right,
serious?
the only thing they got right is when April first meets the turtle, she faints. That's the only thing from the entire turtle series that they actually got right.
When she hits the ground, does the pavement explode?
No, but I'm
That would be
fairly
amazing.
certain her top got looser though.
Oh, so when her boobs bounce, they explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No.
sounds true to Michael Bay.
Let me keep it like with what was actually right in this Turtles movie. The
They were
Turtles'
shit right.
personalities, they did actually like. It got the personalities on each Ninja Turtle correct.
I'd say they over exaggerated both Raph, Donnie. Actually, Raph, Donnie, and Leonardo were all very stereotypical of what they actually were. Like Raph was always like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Okay,
punch
what
shit,"
is
but they took it to the
stereotypical of what they
umpteenth
are?
degree
That's just
there.
their character.
Donatello was always a nerd, but he always had that little bit of like, he had a bit of self, like he was like, he had his. Someone come up with a word. Like he wasn't pathetic.
He had character.
He had
had,
character.
like-
Yeah, he was in. But instead, they basically took Donatello and made him Urkel, taped up glasses and everything. And then Leonardo,
That's, depending on which version is, that is basically his character, though.
Yeah.
he was never
It's
I
Urkel.
mean, there's
though.
been a lot of Turtles.
He was never
Yeah.
Urkel levels though.
Have you seen the 80s?
I have seen
He
the
was-
80s.
he was Urkel levels.
80s Donnie was a little bit better than Urkel, a little bit, little tiny bit. And then Leonardo doesn't even have character. He doesn't at all.
Well, a lot of times he doesn't.
To be fair, Leo like never really was much of anything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Leo's supposed
Leonardo
to
is
be.
like the most boring of all the
Leo's supposed to be
Turtles.
like the stalwart, like, we must help these people. We must use our abilities for good. And
He's a
except for
boring
that
bitch.
one time where he joined up with the Shredder. Except for that one time where he joined up
That
with the
one
Shredder.
time.
That one
And
time.
one time he was on crack.
That one time where he was on them ninja drugs. But other
Or
than
he
that,
stole all the mutagen. How
Yeah.
about
Got
that?
an extra large dose of that turtle goo.
yeah, but basically Leonardo is supposed to be the center of the turtle. He's supposed to be the leader and like be unshakable.
And the boring.
He was unshakable in the movie in that he doesn't even fucking have a speaking line I can remember.
He's the most boring character. You shouldn't remember the turtle.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't
it's-
remember him having any sort of personality
He had
whatsoever.
a
Now
he
the
had a
new
li-
show,
In,
the new
in
show they've done
2003
that
he
really
did. In 2003
Oh.
he did. I'm very sure in the 80s he didn't.
I
And
don't know. I watched the 2003 show and I really don't remember him. Or-
You know,
he fucking
Every other
decapitated
character-
Shredder. He joined up with the Foot Clan, learned from Orokosaki, and then when he found out that Orokosaki was a bad dude, basically took it like on himself to end the Shredder and decapitated the
that was
motherfucker.
Donatello. Except for the fact that it was Donatello. when
No,
he
that was
killed-
Leonardo did it.
No, but remember when they go into the future and he goes crazy? He's like, "Fuck everything." Donatello goes like, "Fuck everybody."
Yeah, Donatello.
They're-
Yeah, but like I'm not saying that Leonardo was the best character. I'm saying he at least had some character.
In like one run of Turtles.
I don't
Comparatively
count.
to
I don't
hundreds of
count any.
episodes
I don't
of
count
Turtles.
anything past Fast Forward. The 2003 series ended, and then the Fast Forward series started.
Yeah, that's true. Fast forward doesn't really count. I guess you
Once
could say.
again,
But
in the
honestly,
one run, it was after hundreds of episodes of Turtles.
Leonardo's a hard character to do, man. Like I can tell you, man. Writing a
Wait,
character
that's
that
the
is
point.
supposed
He didn't have a character.
yeah,
writing
that's
a
like-
character that is
yourself
supposed to
into
be
your
the
own
leader,
box.
fearless, unshakable, and a mentor, while also having Master Splinter around, is fucking difficult.
So okay, so basically we're saying that he was a good character,
He-
just like he never really
He
is.
was a
so
good
therefore-
character. He just never had good writers, except for like one or two times.
Well, I mean, it's also, yeah, like you
He's
said,
a straight
it's
man.
hard to have it. with
Leonardo was
Splinter.
supposed to be a straight man. He's not really.
And
Honestly,
once again, this argument started, and you just proved my point like you do every time. You argue yourself into a box.
I don't give a
every
shit.
time.
I will enjoy my box. Fuck you.
oh my
Okay,
God.
so yeah.
God,
But the
fucking
Turtles
die.
characters they're pretty good. They had a few scenes where I could get behind it, but that was pretty much it. Like the elevator. the elevator scene when it started, I
Oh,
was like,
that-
"This is fucking stupid. Stop." And then as it went on, I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, the elevator scene was actually pretty good.
And like
Yeah.
Michelangelo and Leonardo starting a Christmas rap album, that was pretty good.
The only part I really liked other than that was maybe Shredder versus Splinter, but that's only because we actually get to see Splinter actually, do something and not be an asshole.
Isn't it
But
just
Splinter
like
was an
old as
asshole.
fuck? He's just old as fuck. That's what happens. He doesn't. He's like old.
No, I
as
mean, like,
shit.
Splinter shows up, like, I'm like, you expect Splinter to either be the 80s cartoon, like, loving father figure, or the 2003, like, my sons, here's how you learn shit. But he's also like, my sons, I will protect you. But meanwhile,
See-
his first introduction is he beats the living shit out of them.
See,
Hey,
but here's
man.
the problem with Splinter, though. Like, he was totally self-absorbed the entire time. Every series, his goal has been to raise them to fucking kill Shredder out of personal vengeance. Never for, like, justice, not, let's put him through a court of law, Turtles. No,
Yeah.
go rip his goddamn head off.
Well, let's be
These
fair.
Teenage Mutant
both-
Warrior
both-
Turtles. Is that-
both Hamata Yoshi and Arokasaki both believed in Bushido. So if someone in the 80s series he was Hamata Yoshi, in the 2003 series he was the self-proclaimed adopted son of Hamata Yoshi. So they both believe in Bushido, and both of the times their honor has been besmirched by the Shredder. The only thing that you can do back is to take the fucker's head off. There's no ninja court. There's no ninja court
No,
or
remember
samurai
the
court or
first
anything.
series, like the original comic, but they just straight up cut off his head like the first issue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the Mirage comics, yeah, Shredder's an asshole. In the Mirage comics, Shredder's an asshole. But I'm talking like in the
No, I
TV
mean
series.
the Turtles cut off his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty metal.
Yeah.
Those
Comics are
comics
just
were
weird as
pretty
shit.
metal.
The Mirage
They're
comics are
pretty
pretty
funny.
fucking neat, but I
Those
don't really
comics
count
actually
them as part
were
of the
really
canon.
cool.
I don't know.
If you paid attention to the comics, you found out that the same incident that caused the Turtles to mutate was the same one that caused Daredevil to get his powers. Which I thought was
is
cool.
really
Well, because
nice.
it was it started out as a parody of Daredevil.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they couldn't get the rights to do it.
The comics are a parody of like the late '90s bullshit comics.
No, specifically it was Daredevil, and then they sort of did Frank Miller.
Yeah, it was
Of course, at this point, Frank Miller is a parody of Frank Miller.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, those comics really have nothing to parody anymore.
But I mean,
Yeah,
so
'cause Frank Miller did it all himself.
at one point when I was reading the comics, I was just waiting for like a decapitation to happen, and one of the turtles just like turn towards like a pan and be like, "Slayer!" Because that's where it was going for like a majority of it.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
But let's stop talking about good turtles.
let's talk about the
Fuck.
shit turtles. So,
So the plot to this, oh my god, the
oh
plot.
my god, did you make the
So-
same thing I did, where it's like, I am going to basically kill the city with a neurotoxin that kills people in 3.5 seconds unless they get the
Whoa.
antidote. But
Whoa, calm down there, GLaDOS.
But to do that, that's basically the plot. But to do that, I'm going to
Spoiler much?
I'm going to put the neurotoxin on
Who
top
cares?
of my building.
Nobody's
with
gonna
a-
watch it.
with a big logo that says my name on it, and I'm going to
It
have
says
the antidote.
Eric Sachs loves poisoning people.
Yeah,
on
with
the
the
side
with
of
the
it, pretty
antidote
much.
in that building. I'm going to release it, then quickly phone up the government, be like, "Yo, give me a blank check, and I'll cure everyone." And also, I want control of Manhattan. Yeah, and no, he would have killed everyone in
No.
Manhattan. They'll be ruling a dead island.
And then he would get murdered because the
Well, yeah,
government.
because like his plan was pretty much this silo on top of my company is killing everyone. I have an antidote. Let's get money,
Yeah,
and
but
then everything will be good.
I don't
And by
know
the
s-
way, Shredder didn't want to take over the world.
He wanted to
He
take over
wanted
New
the
York.
greater tri-state area.
basically he's Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Hey man, you gotta start small. You know.
Orokasaki, Evil
Try to say there.
Set realistic goals for
Incorporated.
yourself.
Then you move on to most of the Northeast, and maybe you'll fight DC.
First,
There's
I will
a
take
move
over
on
the
to, like,
tri-state
the
area.
Turtle vacation, and Shredder comes along just to end it.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, but-
you know what they should have done? You know what they should have done if they were going to do that fucking plot? They should have had the Ninja Turtles get kicked off the building, and then a small platypus in a helicopter comes around with a net and catches them. That is what they should have fucking
It-
done.
You know what
I
would have
would
been
watch
better
that.
than how it ended.
Yeah.
So I assume neither of you are gonna watch like this ever.
Absolutely not.
So
Yeah,
it
probably
ends, and as it was ending, I said to myself, they don't have the balls to do this. They will not do this.
Super Shredder?
It ends, No.
Oh, Super Shredder shows up?
It ends with
I'll be okay if Super Shredder
fucking
showed up.
April O'Neil
Oh,
killing Shredder.
What?
April O'Neil bodies Shredder.
She kills
No.
Shredder. Okay, so
That's-
Leo
No.
puts his sword in Shredder's armor, right? So it's not gone all the way through, right? So Shredder's basically like, oh, you fucking turtle, what the fuck? And they're all in a big, like, human chain with April at the bottom. And Megan Fox weighs, what, like 100 pounds if she's lucky? Yep.
Yeah, and
So
she's
they
like,
swing.
No,
So they
man,
swing
the
her
boobs
towards
alone.
the
boobs
Shredder.
alone weigh 150 each.
Yeah, she swings
probably
him
right about that.
towards Shredder. They swing her towards Shredder, and she kicks
No.
the sword into his chest, and he dies. And then he falls down, hits the ground, gets covered in TCRI mutagen, and we get a little, like, twitch fingers, and I thought it was going to be Super
and he
Shredder.
crushes mutagen in his hand. And I'm like, April didn't kill him. Super Shredder's coming
Super
out.
Shredder's coming, and then the
turtles
movie
will fight
fucking
him.
ends.
So, like, sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shredder.
the sequel's
So,
going to be
sequel, we
Super
get
Shredder.
Kevin Nash. Congrats. Greatest sequel ever.
But, oh my god. Like, April O'Neil is who defeats Shredder.
Like,
what?
really?
The
What?
Oh, the worst part is, though, it's, like, someone who grew up on the 80s cartoon is probably less mad than I am, because I can see the 2003 cartoon in there. I can see the turtles I grew up with in there. Like, they even have the same symbols. Karai is there. Shredder's daughter is there. Like, she's never named or anything, but she's a small Japanese girl with short black hair and 2 katana. That is Karai.
They say her name.
Oh, they do?
Karai.
I never heard it.
Shredder calls her by her name.
Of course, in the 2003 show, she's not actually his daughter, because she's...
Well, adopted daughter still counts. Yeah, so they have Karai there, they don't fucking use her. Shredder's thing is reminiscent of a very Megatron version of his armor in the 2003 cartoon, more like Cyber Shredder than regular Shredder, but still, Cyber
It's
Shredder
cool.
is a piece of shit. And he also has the old 2003 Foot Clan logo, the 3-pronged, like, upwards dragon foot thing. Yeah, like, and that's on his armor, and even has a little slot in his chest where an Utrom could go. And, like, I can see the 2003 movie is somewhere under this, trying to... Like, the 2003 cartoon is under there somewhere, trying to claw its way out.
Well,
but
I don't
it's
want
not quite
2003.
there.
I just want Turtles, Ninja Turtles.
I want
Yeah,
good
I want my
Ninja
Ninja Turtles.
Honestly, if they had done a new show, that'd been fine, because the new show is not bad.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
new show's not that bad. Like, I actually watched it a little bit while I was doing my review. It's not that bad. Like, I thought it was worse than it would be, because it's a kid's show.
No.
Yeah, I thought the new show was going to be terrible, then it came out. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and also
Isn't
they
that-
got,
like
they got
this, okay.
Beast Boy to do Michelangelo, which I'm fine. I'm fine
But-
with.
One
You'll
more
see
thing.
Sean Astin as Raphael. That's awesome.
The last
Damn.
thing I have to talk about,
Damn.
without you guys having to see my review, pretty much, because my reviews has everything in it. But the last thing I want to talk about that was like, what is the Turtles just murdering people?
Oh yeah, they straight up murder people.
Like throwing people into moving trains and shit.
Oh, shit.
And
That
also-
man's dead.
Like,
That Foot Clan member is dead.
Also, the
so
turtles.
it becomes Mortal Kombat.
The turtles also weigh about a ton each, according to the end of the movie. So anyone they hit with their shells is suffering from broken ribs and probably ruptured organs.
Don't
So
you mean
add
they just
that
Blew
to
up
the
a
kill.
truck with people in it.
Yeah, that too.
And at the end of the movie, their turtle, like whatever they called it, the turtle car,
Yeah.
turtle mobile, whatever,
The
has a
turtle
rocket
tank.
launcher in it.
Yeah.
That's not a peaceful stop rocket
No.
launcher. That's a murder launcher.
Is it
Well,
kind of like
let's
you
be
know, what's that
fair.
movie called, like,
That thing is a weird combination of the 80s turtle van and the 2003 turtle tank. The turtle tank actually did have missiles on it,
Well, 'cause
but
it's a
they
fucking tank.
But
also
it's a
the
garbage truck,
turtle.
but they called it the turtle tank.
Also,
But the turtle
Nico.
tank, they never used the missiles on anything that couldn't withstand it. So, you know, like the giant, like leatherhead mutants, and just like they actually used it on the Technodrome once in that Turtles Forever movie. It was actually pretty fucking neat.
Oh, I forgot about Turtles Forever. That was a pretty good movie.
Oh, Turtles Forever is I watched it immediately after to just get the taste out of my mouth.
At the end of that movie, though, I wanted like just try to get his head cut off.
Oh yeah. Also,
End of a PG movie. Shredder
so
gets his
the
head cut
only
off.
place that you get to see the turtle tank thing at the end was when they blow up Vernon's car.
Yeah, and
Oh, they
and
killed
that
her.
and that shot, by the way, at the end, that
Kinda
was
brutal.
hyped as shit in the trailer. Like, so, like, I go into it and I'm thinking, oh shit, they're gonna have the turtle tank.
Wait, why did they kill Vernon?
They didn't
They
kill
don't
him.
kill
They blew
him.
up his car
They just blew up his car
because fuck
Because
fuck
what?
Vernon.
really,
Vernon.
that's the reason.
because Michelangelo wants to get his turtle dick wet with April.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Huh.
And
That's pretty
everybody, all the other turtles were just like, okay, we're cool.
All the other turtles are like, that was kind of fucked up, but let's just go.
It's kind of fucked up, but we're gonna drive away. And Mikey's singing. What's he singing? He's like singing like "Don't You Forget About Me" or something.
Oh yeah.
He's singing "Don't You Forget About Me" to April.
How did they do with Michelangelo? Because he's a character who is
He is a caricature of Michelangelo.
He is
Okay,
the
I've never
only
really
character
liked him
that's
that
at least
much.
partially right, but that's because Michelangelo is a character of himself.
I never really liked Michelangelo, so
Donatello
Is he
was my
more
favorite
annoying?
turtle, so like
Is he
I
more annoying
really
than
pissed off
Ilias?
that they fucked him up.
alright.
I mean,
Yeah, that movie was a mess.
yeah,
The plot
it
made
failed
no
as a
sense.
movie. It didn't even fail as a Turtles movie. It failed as a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it
And,
failed
like,
as a Michael Bay movie.
So
That is
for,
an incredibly low par.
Yeah.
So, and for acting, like, you can think, okay, Megan Fox is going to be a bad actress. But people who are good actors are being just bad actresses and actors here.
Real?
Like, Will Arnett deadpans a script.
Yeah.
Will Arnett.
How do you?
Will Arnett deadpans a script.
The funny thing is, the script tells him to hit on April and hit on Megan. I'm not gonna call her April. I'm gonna call her Megan Fox. The script tells him to hit on Megan Fox,
Does she
and
know
like,
how
you
to
can,
act?
and you can tell as he's saying the line that he's like trying his hardest not to roll his eyes and be like, "Oh, fucking really?"
I was expecting him to like look over at her at one point and be like, "Look, at some point you're gonna put your like thumb size or like your foot-sized thumbs in my ass. Let's just get on with this."
From all of this, I'm drawing the conclusion that there had to have been an after-credit scene with Michelangelo and fucking April in bed together and him rolling over grabbing a slice of pizza.
Well, seeing as turtles have dicks about as long as their body, there wouldn't be much left of her. So,
And that would be a good thing.
I mean, if they're going
Yeah.
for the realistic route, why not go full ham?
Oh, okay, and another one that like deadpans a script. William Fichtner.
Really.
William Fichtner.
Yeah,
He can do he's been in bad movies and made them interesting.
yeah, he was
Remember
he was
fucking
Eric
Drive Angry?
Sachs.
Remember-
Yeah. Oh my
I
God,
think he
Drive
was.
Angry.
Of course, I think everybody in that movie was just going crazy, so that might not just been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what happened.
That was funny. That was a funny movie. Everybody
I
used to
mean,
watch
you
Drive.
remember like the
I mean,
Big
it's good.
Bang and shit?
Which movie?
What?
The Big Bang.
The Big Bang and what?
I
The
don't.
Big Bang.
No.
I don't know this.
No, I don't know.
Or like
this.
First Snow,
No.
Mm-mm.
Amateurs, all these movies he's been in that he makes like at least decent with his acting.
Nah, no,
I haven't seen
no,
those
familiar.
movies. Same with other movies.
Yeah.
So-
So, but yeah, he manages to be like, fuck it, I don't care.
And he's a pretty B actor too.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg's in it too.
Oh yeah, pointless Whoopi Goldberg cameo. And
Yeah.
also News
That's really-
6. Also News 6. I actually misheard it as Fox News the first time. Because it's
Okay.
basically Fox News.
Hold on. Who was Whoopi portraying?
Yeah.
She was playing
Uh,
April, the news chief.
You mean the white guy news chief?
No, she's
The fat black lady.
yeah, it's a
who's
fat
she
black
cast.
lady.
Honestly, I think Whoopi would have been better fit as one of the mutants from the sewers.
Whoopi should have played Bebop.
Bebop. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
was
got
saying-
Bebop in there. Could you imagine if they'd actually gone and like they'd actually instead of taking more from the 2003, they'd taken like the complete bullshit that is the 80s cartoon and had Bebop and Rocksteady and shit?
Weren't they in like the 2003 cartoon?
No,
As well?
Bebop and Rocksteady only appeared in Turtles Forever.
Oh, I think that's
Damn.
one.
I think they had a cameo in their human forms, like as just generic bad guys, but no. Because there were purple dragons that were dressed as Bebop and Rocksteady's human forms, like they had the same glasses and afro, not afro, mohawk and shit. So it's like
Oh, the last thing to complain about before we move on from this shit.
I know
So-
everything about cartoons. Don't fucking chest me.
April O'Neil, in the beginning of the movie, is like, ugh, I went through 4 years of like being a reporter just to get this far.
4 years of
She
reporter
has
school.
okay. She has her own cameraman, a news van, and a specific segment on Channel 6 News. Bitch, 4 years? You're lucky that you're making coffee in 4 years.
it's 4 years of reporter school, so she's been a reporter for less time than that.
Wait,
Oh my god, what a bitch.
Yeah,
Man, she
but
like she has
the
a
reason
job,
she's
to be
pissed off
honest.
is because she's doing like little Billy got a trampoline today. This'll cure his cancer. Like there's feel good stories, you know.
Well, she's lucky she has a job, so maybe she can
Right?
chill the fuck out.
Oh, she also get the one thing that is gotten right is when she is like she has this big like corkboard wall like with pins and shit like connecting like turtle stuff together, and she shows Whoopi Goldberg like this very grainy and shitty video of the turtles, and she insists that look, this is the next big story, Whoopi. Come on, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's turtles, it's turtles. Yeah, she
And
is
Whoopi
immediately
responds,
fired.
"What the fuck do you want, kid?
No,
An extra
okay.
hour in the ball pit?"
The problem was that she has pictures of the Ninja Turtles,
But they're very shitty photos.
but she never shows them to anyone.
Shows them-
And but
she
when
shows them
people
to-
don't believe her,
She has good. That reminds me. She has better pictures of the turtles, but the one she shows Whoopi is the one she caught of them like jumping away.
not the close-up Ninja Turtle sword in hand face.
Doesn't she
Yeah,
fucking
like-
hang out
like
with
Donuts-
the
like, they
turtles?
made a
Couldn't she
point
just
of
take
saying-
pictures of them in their downtime?
She took a picture. She took a picture of them. She took a picture of them and of them high-fiving. That was being very good. But then Donatello wiped the phone while she was unconscious from fainting because April O'Neil faints. Then, as they're jumping away, she
Wait,
takes
she was
three.
hunting down the turtles.
Yeah, she
Then
takes
when she
three
sees
pictures.
them, she passes out.
She
Hold
takes.
on.
she-
Hold on. What's the purpose of him wiping her fucking phone?
To
would he
say
do
that Donatello does machines.
Also, because
He's an asshole.
but that's Turtle canon. Like
Yeah.
they have done shit like that.
Yeah.
They
They
don't
don't
generally,
want
like-
people knowing that there's Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles running
it was an
around.
introduction of each of their characters within like 2 minutes. Basically,
Uh.
Donatello does machines, Raphael threatens her life, Michelangelo hits on her, and Leonardo has a stick up his ass. That is their introductions, and that is
And
their
then he rips her
characters for
head
the
off. Please
rest
tell
of
me
the
he rips
movie.
her head off.
No, then she kills Shredder.
Then she kills Shredder.
How did she kill Shredder? I still don't understand that.
She kills Shredder. Well, I say killed, but does it really count when he turns into
I don't
Super
know.
Shredder? Although he
As
might even
close
not
as
even turn
somebody
into
gets
Super
killed
Shredder.
in-
He might not even turn
Okay.
into Super Shredder. He might just turn into some bullshit.
As close as a villain
Like
can
Rocksteady
die
Bebop.
in a Michael Bay movie.
That's also true. Didn't Transformers just use Megatron each time?
Oh, remember when Megatron gets killed like several times? Like,
Yeah.
Megatron has been
Right?
killed
They're like,
5
"There's no
times
way
in 4
he's coming
movies.
back."
Dude,
He'll
all of
never
the main
come back.
Transformers died at least one point in the series.
Optimus Prime has died twice, I think.
Yeah,
Megatron
twice.
Megatron got his heart melted. Then he got his head ripped off.
Yeah,
Did he get
actually,
he
yeah.
got
I
his
know.
shot
I
face
think
off
about
twice.
it. I never thought about this when
He got it
Transformers
every
came out because I
single
wasn't
movie,
doing
really?
movie reviews. But Megatron's spark got destroyed. When your spark gets destroyed as a Transformer, that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Like, so long as your spark exists, you exist. That's how Starscream managed to hang around in the 80s cartoon for so long. But no,
Let's have a Megatron death count for the next Transformers movie.
we should.
Then
Okay.
have a counter
then
for
he's
every
in the
time he
Okay,
Force
so
Group. He just
we've-
shows up. He's
we've
like,
been-
I'm
we've been-
Galvatron and I have no soul.
So we've been talking for the last half hour about Ninja Turtles. So the last like 20 so minutes is your SummerSlam.
Take it
Oh.
away, boys.
Wasn't there any other stuff that we had to talk about?
I did kind of want to talk about Robin Williams and Tomb Raider, but
Yeah, we're not
everything
talking
that
about
has
that.
been said has
Okay.
been said.
Yeah, and I got
So
nothing to
some-
say about Magica 2.
So SummerSlam kind of sucked this year.
They didn't,
was-
they didn't push enough stuff.
It was no, they've been pushing SummerSlam pretty hard, but like it was kind of unfulfilling in like almost everything but 2 matches. Like, okay, so their main card is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be such an amazing fight!
What an
You'll have to-
amazing fight!
You'll have to kill me to
What
put
a
me
grand
down," and shit
spectacle.
Like that.
It did Brock
And then,
Lesnar
like-
just kind of like fucking run roughshod. He's like some Hulkamania shit. It's
No,
like some-
okay. Brock Lesnar does a German suplex to John Cena like 16 times in a row, and then pins him, and the match is over.
Also,
The main card of the night.
also he does like
Just
the
16
F5, the very first,
suplexes and a
it's
pin.
F5.
That's it.
The very first move is an F5.
Oh yeah, he does 2 F5s, but he messes up one of them.
Okay, so I'm not like the biggest wrestling guy because I don't really like choreographed fighting outside of movies, especially bad acting along with it. But which is why I
I'll
don't like
second
Michael Bay
that.
movies.
Oh,
But,
is this what we're
Badumtis.
going with?
But how could you choreograph something that terribly, where it's just the same move over and over and over
Here's the
again, then a
thing, though.
pin?
It's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be just to build up Brock Lesnar because he beat Undertaker and broke the streak, so he's already. You kind of can't have John Cena beating him now. And they're trying to still build him up as a monster for somebody to beat.
But why not at least make the fight? No one wants to watch a slaughter.
Any good?
If I wanted to watch a slaughter, I'd go and watch Rwandan genocide tapes.
Oh, we're going there.
I mean, okay, like literally, it was John Cena throws like 3 moves out, and then for about 10 minutes, it's just him getting suplexed and pinned and suplexed and pinned and suplexed.
And then he'll try to do his
It sounds
special,
like
and then Brawler's like, haha, nope.
It sounds like
seller.
yoga routine.
Yeah.
It was
Suplex.
And then the second big match was Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, where Roman Reigns is just terrible.
yeah.
Just like he does nothing. Like just
It was literally botchamania up in there.
So they basically they just lamed it out for the entire slam.
well, no, it was basically Randy Orton trying to do anything to make a match interesting.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns just like, oh, nothing. I'm just gonna.
They should have released Ebola into the crowd first.
It was pretty much Roman Reigns as a statue, and then you see like I don't know.
And then he gets kicked in the face or like kicked in the chest, and then like stands there and he's like, "Oh, I got kicked." Like it was so bad.
Yeah,
Oh
he was
my God.
he cannot sell. He just can't sell at all.
I like that they've stopped having Randy Orton try to use tables though, because Randy Orton's like 0-6 against tables.
Tables, my one weakness. Ah!
Like every time he tries to break an announcer table, he hurts his back. Gets like, because like he lands, but the table doesn't break, so he falls in a bad way. Gets up, limps over, and breaks it.
You know what they should add to the WWE canon? He is actually from a planet made entirely of sentient tables that eat his people. Oh! Thing's gone. This is awkward. So how you doing, guys?
Let's keep it rolling.
Okay, I'm back apparently.
Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon, and Stephanie McMahon is better than the goddamn person who's getting paid for wrestling.
Yep. Like it
All
was.
you're doing is getting paid to wrestle and have boobs.
So you guys kept talking when the guy recording the call disconnected.
Oh no, we just completely just didn't acknowledge anything you said and just waited.
Okay.
So, yeah, Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella have a match. Stephanie McMahon sells everything well, does moves, and it's like it looks good. It's clean cut, everything. Then Nikki Bella stumbles as she tries to throw kicks and dumb shit.
Like,
And in that match, in the first the first 8 minutes, I think it was, I counted 3 nip slips.
3.
You were counting, man. You just had your little notebook out and you were like, there's one. There's one.
Well, it wasn't even oh, you can barely see it. It was shirt goes to here, below the tits.
Ah.
You don't count half nips.
Nah.
No, half nips don't count.
No.
Nah, you gotta go full. You gotta go full.
Well, it helps that Stephanie McMahon was dressed like Black Cat.
Go full titty or go home.
Yeah, pretty much. Stephanie McMahon came out in a superhero costume. That bitch was cosplaying.
Meanwhile, Mr. McMahon was like, well, this'll fuel my incest plotline. Ugh.
Yeah.
Incest fanfic.
Yes.
Not fanfic. Mr. McMahon has tried to have an incest plotline come out.
Yeah.
This is just like one of my Japanese Summer Slams.
that did actually happen. Then
Yeah.
everyone's like, nah, we ain't.
That's kind of creepy, Vince. Can we not?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's gonna happen.
It
I'm
happens,
gonna fuck my daughter.
or I will kill you.
And then
None will
like,
survive.
the guy left for the next week.
Yeah.
That was.
Nobody, just everyone who disagreed disappears from WWE and they're never heard from again. There's fucking,
You know
their
what I'm-
faces are on milk cartons and shit.
You know what I'm waiting for? You remember when that my chick, my young, gave birth to a hand?
Like the hand comes back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no. What I'm waiting for is China to come out and be doing the same thing, but then Stardust's head pops out and he just goes, Stardust! And then blows the fucking glitter out of his hand.
And they just never talk about it. It's like,
Yeah.
that happened.
That would take some doing, but yeah, that needs to happen.
It wouldn't even take some doing. I can guarantee you that, what's his name? Cody?
Yeah.
Is that Cody?
Cody Rhodes and Stardust, yeah.
Yeah. So I can guarantee you if they said that to Cody Rhodes, he'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it tonight.
We'll do it live.
He just crawls up in there and waits his first time.
It would be perfect too, because that fits Stardust's character. And then Goldust comes out and finishes birthing him.
Wild card, bitches. Oh, Goldust. How long has Goldust been a thing? Because I remember playing a WWF game on the
He's
fucking
been in
PlayStation.
for the last 20 plus years.
Like, I remember playing a WWF game on the PlayStation 1, and Goldust was fucking overpowered.
Goldust-
And his main attack was a slap.
That's pretty much-
Goldust is one of the best wrestlers ever. Like, he sells things so well.
He's really ass. It's
Yeah.
kinda weird. Like, he's
Oh,
really
God.
Dust gonna have
Like-
to slap a bitch.
No, seriously, that was literally... Okay, literally, every other wrestler, like, even had Stone Cold Steve Austin in it, like, all the other wrestlers, they did, like, punches and drop kicks and elbow drops and, like, suplex and all sorts of shit. Goldust, like, you didn't need any of that shit to win. Goldust, you walk up on the mats, you face the other guy, and you're like, meh, 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 until they fall down, then you pin. And
Every
repeat
time I hear
until
Stone
win.
Cold Steve Austin, I always hear Stone Cold Steve Irwin. I just want to imagine what that would be like.
Every time I hear Stone Cold Steve Austin, I just think, well, now, of our Resident Evil 6 playthrough, where it's just that character, or one of our characters, running around Stone Cold stunnering zombies with guns. Like, that was all that. That's all that is.
Also,
it was amazing.
whenever I hear Goldust, I think of you're a faggot.
Well, seeing as my only interaction with Goldust has been him just slapping people, then I'd say that yeah, that's basically.
Isn't gold dust practically glitter anyhow?
Go to 1 minute in this video. Go to about 1 minute in.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll put it up on the thing.
Go to this 1 minute in. Just that one guy.
Okay, 1 minute in. Oh, it's only 1 minute 21 seconds. All right, 1 minute in. Just you're a faggot, Rhodes.
You're a faggot,
Dustin Rhodes.
Okay. Okay, well that was.
Yeah, Goldust has been around since '88.
Yeah. I like how we.
Yeah.
I wonder how that is when you're like the little brother and your brother's like 20 years older than you.
That means you gotta act.
And then he's dressed up as Goldust.
It means you gotta act, bruh.
That's just.
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
Okay. The other match I want to talk about from SummerSlam though was the Rusev match. I'm so happy that they just they're building up Rusev to be like a good heel to get beat eventually. Because I can't stand how racist Zeb Coulter is and gets cheers all the time. It's like, Alberto Del Rio needs to take his illegal ass back to
Oh,
Mexico.
what was funny? Did you read the interview with Alberto Del Rio?
No.
Well, you know when we got fired, and you're talking about. Remember when he got to that? We slapped the shit out of the dude.
Yeah.
Well, guess who was with him when that happened?
Zeb Coulter.
I think it was Jack Swagger, but it's still.
Close enough.
It's just like, oh yeah, these people were gonna back me up. Jack's. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's off. So Jack Swagger has a ring manager that comes out with him, named Zeb Coulter, who is his shtick is that he is racist and loves America.
Well,
People love it.
It's so bad.
America Man in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
basically.
Yeah. Pretty much, but he'll come out and be like, didn't he say one time that he was worried that Mark Henry carried the Ebola virus?
Yeah. It's like it's really.
Because if you're black, you obviously have been to South Africa recently.
Obviously, I mean, hell, I'm sure.
Like Mark Henry was a freaking Olympian for America.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I mean, have you guys not been to Africa recently? I mean,
Yeah, man. I go every weekend.
You got a point there.
I went on my trip last week. Actually, if you ask the blood donor, the place that asked for blood in Vegas, I have been to Africa recently, so I cannot give blood.
Really?
well,
So they'll stop calling me.
I just blanket.
Oh.
They blanket will not let me give nor receive blood because in like 2 years before I was born, there was a mad cow outbreak in the UK where I was born.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so they think I have mad cow disease.
They
I
think
mean,
you're a crazy heifer.
Admittedly, you do have mad cow disease.
No, there's plenty of things wrong with my mental state, but mad cow disease is not one of them.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly certain.
How can you know?
Well, seeing as when I run, my brain doesn't whistle, then I'd say that is a thing.
How do you know you don't move when you're sleeping?
He has a good point.
Yeah, that is a very good point. I'm curious now. I'd have to go get tested now.
And I mean, when somebody's standing behind you and you don't know who they are, isn't your instinct to kick backwards toward them?
Yeah, but that's for
My
other
instinct is to
reasons.
look over my shoulder. But
Well,
I don't know about Nas.
his instinct is to kick over because he's a mad cow.
He's not wrong.
Not
Yeah,
wrong at
I mean,
all. You should go get checked.
oh
And
well.
if they say no, it's all part of a government conspiracy.
Yeah, it's obviously a government conspiracy to just wipe out all Anglo-Saxons. It's obvious.
Yes.
Obviously, Anglo-Saxons are the devil.
Because we have a black president now, Barack Obama is trying to eliminate the white race.
And raise his rock Pokemon. Because you sounded like you said Barack Obama for a second there.
Oh, okay. I was kind of confused where this was going. It's like,
No, it did though. I don't know if it's just on my
It took me
end.
a second to get that.
Yeah. A lot of people in this country, the way they say Barack sounds like Brock to me, so it's like...
See, I figured you were like talking about like an onyx being named Barack.
No.
I have named an Onyx Barack, though, and I released it into the global trade system because... I just do that. I just did that. I just caught an Onyx, and I'm like, I don't really need an Onyx. Named it Barack and released it in Wonder Trade.
I
So
know
now-
my onyx is Rocky.
Yeah. So now I'm just waiting. It was actually a pretty decently IV'd Onyx as well. So I'm kind of just waiting for a Pokemon tournament to roll around, and someone sends out an Onyx named Barack.
I mean,
Yeah.
would it really surprise you?
No.
No.
There's probably like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
But
I know, but at least then I'll be able to have plausible deniability that, like, yeah, I caught that Onyx. I sent that to him.
See, my favorite thing about naming Pokemon is when you catch a wild Pokemon, you essentially just say, "You're my bitch now. Your name is Toby."
yeah.
But my name is Mabutu. Your name is Toby. Mabutu, Toby.
No.
His name was Kunta Keeb, you racist fuck.
I'm English, so in where I come from, at least in all of the racist stories my grandparents tell, it's Mabutu.
You have too many racist grandparents. That's
I have grandparents that lived through
But
World War
also
II. They're allowed to be
that's a
racist.
movie that you're referencing. So.
I never watched that movie. I only watched the Family Guy version.
Well, there's a problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
racist.
don't watch movies about colonial America. I don't. I prefer spaghetti westerns if I watch anything American.
Except for the fact that most
I like cowboy movies.
You're
Okay,
already-
I like
you're already
stupid
wrong.
cowboy
You're
movies.
already wrong about everything. God damn it.
Hey, I can enjoy stupid cowboy movies, so you
Those are
shut up.
made, most spaghetti westerns were made in Italy.
I don't give a
A
shit
lot
because they're
of
set in
them.
America.
They're made by Italy for racist old white men that like guns.
So what you're saying is that Inception is a French movie because they were in France for a little bit.
No, I didn't say that. I said it's set in America, which means that it's as American a movie as I'm willing to watch. How about that?
I mean, to be
Actually, a
perfectly
lot of them
fair,
are- a
to
lot
be
of them are
perfectly
set in
fair, the
Mexico.
plot of Inception is about as confusing as the average French film.
Yeah, I mean,
It makes about just as much sense.
wait. I'm sorry, I just looked at. Why are there unicorns in this anime you're watching?
I don't know,
What
because of
anime?
fucking anime.
Why the fuck not?
I don't know. I just look over and I look over just like 'cause it's been going for the last hour, and I'm like, wait, unicorns?
Oh,
What?
Are you talking
Great.
about Guardians
Not
of the
only are you racist, but you have a thing against unicorns too.
I prefer Pegasi, thank you.
I thought you
Yeah.
preferred ponies.
Garzy's
Pegasi
way
can be
kind of,
ponies, you racist fuck.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
it's
but
getting real now.
while we
Yep.
were still kind of near SummerSlam, I might make SummerSlam abridged. And here's a little preview. At one point, Paul Heyman's gonna come out and be like, "And my client, Pterodactyl from Star."
Dude, if you do that, I want in. I want in if you do SummerSlam abridged.
I mean,
'Cause that
Brock
just-
Lesnar is kind of a parody of himself when he talks.
Hmm.
Whenever he talks.
Oh my god. Alright guys, it's starting to come about
That made no sense at all.
it's starting to come about that time again, so it's time for us to start wrapping up if you got nothing else.
No, we need to talk about, first of all, we need to talk about TNA.
Oh god damn
There's
it.
a match.
Tits and ass.
Well, A, they're moving to Wednesday, and nobody's going to watch it next week, so, I mean, it's over for them.
Yep. It's over.
But,
Pull the plug.
call me. That's what called me. Okay.
But finish what you want to talk about on TNA.
So, there was a match on last week. It was, who was it? It was It was the Hardy Boys versus the Team 3D or the Dudley Brothers. You know, a match that hasn't been, you know, one of those legendary feuds from the old days. Had a bunch of really old matches, but haven't had a match in like 20 plus years, right? Halfway near the end of the match. No, this is just a regular match. The fans start yelling out, "Get the tables." So Team 3D goes down there and started pulling out tables. They pulled out the tables.
Just they have tables underneath it, just for
Yeah,
reasons.
but they pull out the tables, even though it's not a no DQ match. So I'm thinking, like, is this like a no DQ match? Is anybody gonna stop them? No, they get attacked, and then they just like go in the match, and everybody does their finishing move, and then they win. It's just like, why did they get off the table?
The
Because
fans say get the tables, not use the tables.
And then they like at the end, they don't even have like, it's not even like they were gonna like, they hate. They're like, oh yeah, we all had a good match, yay. It's like, but y'all were gonna get off the table, niggas? I'm sorry, I'm not cool with you. If you like in a regular match and pull down like
Hold on.
buckets.
These are friendly tables. Good sir.
these are farm raised tables fed on nothing but just the most organic ingredients. They are not made for hurting people.
Clearly, Harrison's fanfics do not involve tablekin.
I find that offensive, you shitlord. Check your privilege.
Check your fucking table privilege, you ass.
Pulled out the tables. I was just like,
Oh my god, have you ever seen that video of fucking Shawn Michaels jumping off like a ladder and like trying to leg drop somebody who's supposed to be on the table, but they're supposed to be on the table like 2 minutes and ahead like it forward in the set, and he forgot.
Oh.
And just leg drops a table.
Fuck your table.
And like the other dude sitting in the corner going, "What the fuck?"
Please tell me that there's a gif of that and it says "fuck your table" on it.
yeah, and you know Shawn Michaels sold the hell out of it too.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he instantly was like pretended like he almost broke his leg and such shit. It was pretty good.
The table was his mortal enemy.
This table killed my father. Yeah.
No!
It was after he became a born-again Christian. So it was probably like, this table's down with the devil.
Oh, the kids, they like the table devils.
It just becomes a chick track.
And then Vince McMahon with his tag mate of God came out.
God.
I
God
still love
hates
that
tables.
Vince McMahon pinned God.
God hates
Yeah, right.
tables.
I can't believe that somebody was like, yeah, that's fine. You can beat the shit out of and pin
you
God.
know nobody.
Yeah,
said
you
that
can
was
beat
fine.
the shit
You
out
know
of the
he just did it.
Judeo-Christian
He
god
just
Vince
did it
McMahon.
because he's Vince McMahon.
Because he owns the network. He doesn't fucking.
Oh, that was funny. On Friday, there was a thing about some company bought like 10% of the stock of some stock for WWE. No, they
How
bought
much did it cost
10%.
them?
I don't know.
Was it just $9.99 a month?
Probably. But it was the first of all, people were like, oh, maybe now things will change differently from the WWE. It's like they brought 10%.
Yeah,
of the
10%.
B stock.
Vince McMahon still owns however many other
He
percent.
owns 70% of the A stock.
Yeah, he owns.
Still, they bought 10% of the B stock.
Yeah.
The stock that doesn't matter.
Yeah, like.
Now everything will be different.
Yeah, like if you want to change shit, you need to get that grade A stock, man. Like that's.
You need Vince McMahon to die.
You need him to die and alter his will to give you all of the stock. Otherwise, nothing is
Yeah,
changing.
Maybe Triple H will do something good with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, he
Oh,
won't.
yeah, I kind of want Shane to come back. I kind of would rather him have the company.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like the ideas he had are like really good, and what they're doing now is basically everything Shane was saying to do.
Yeah.
Now, like, hey, let's do it now. At 20 years later,
20 years
No,
past
we're
its
behind the
relevance.
no way we're behind the curve now.
Yeah. Well.
Well, they are the curve, so.
Yeah. You gotta. I mean, is there really any other wrestling network that's worth a shit?
No. I mean,
No.
Ring of Honor is pretty nice.
I mean, I don't watch nor like wrestling, but even I got to admit, you kind of gotta respect WWE for holding monopoly as well as they do.
But admittedly, he had to work pretty hard to get that monopoly.
Yeah.
AK known as fucking over everybody else ever.
Yeah, fuck over everyone else, sabotage, buy their stocks and absorb them. Just eat
This
them.
Lie,
strategy
cheat,
by
steal.
Comcast.
Vince McMahon.
Lie, cheat. Yeah, that's obviously Vince McMahon is the Wooly of of wrestling.
Vince McMahon.
He's the greatest
You know what? Let's just throw it out. Vince McMahon killed Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
So you can keep the lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah.
For him.
No one ever found the
There
body.
was that scene from Breaking Bad where that girl ODs. There was Eddie Guerrero.
Oh god. That
Me,
scene.
Vicky.
That
It was
scene.
me all along.
That scene was so stupid in Breaking Bad. Oh my god.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god. I could see that too. Just him standing next to Vicky Guerrero and just like taking off a face mask. It was
Me.
Vicky.
It was me, Vince McMahon, the entire time.
Oh, JR comes out of nowhere. Son of a bitch.
Oh god. All right, let's start wrapping this up. Let's start with Nick this time. Let's go counterclockwise or anti-clockwise if you're a European master race. Nick, what's going on in your channel?
Okay, so a bunch of series just ended. Minerva Metastasis, however, is going into full swing with the 11 episodes still to air. Papers, Please is about to come out. I just finished editing that and just have to render it and upload it. PID is about to end, but I am currently working on a review of Sword Art Online Season 2, and I'm working on this format.
Oh,
You're still watching that. Congrats. You're
season 2. That's the one with the rapey fairy guy, right?
Oh,
No, it's Gun Gale Online.
Oh,
but,
I thought
I'm
season
working
2
on a-
was the rapey fairy guy.
Nope, that's
Every
Arc
season.
2. That's all one season.
Oh, that's one season. Oh.
Yeah, but no, I'm working on a review of that, and I'm gonna do like a format for the show. It's like the good, bad, and the bullshit. It's gonna be a
Apparently,
shotgun round.
apparently, Gun Gale is actually good if you take Kirito out of it.
I enjoy parts of it.
Yeah. All right then. Anything else?
you can do that, I guess.
That's pretty much all for me.
Also, say what your channel is. You've forgotten that for the last 3 weeks.
I've never said the name of my channel on this. It's always been someone else. It's Green Force Gaming.
Yeah, go to Green Force Gaming. He's a cool dude. Some of his stuff is half decent. I'm kidding. It's all good. Harrison, what's going on in your channel?
So I'm the host Banana. I do videos. I'm gonna do some more videos. I might do Aliens Colonial Marines if I can work up the week.
Oh, you bought
God,
it? Did you buy
God
it?
rest your soul.
Yes.
Co-op in that bitch. We co-op in that bitch.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Oh god, how much is it? Because I might just get in on it.
It was like $10.
I think it's only 2 players, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
three. It's
no,
it's got 4 player.
It is.
Yeah, it does have 4 players. Let's see how much it costs right now.
Let's see how much it is. Aliens.
Come on, I'm
Colonial Marines. $15.
15. Oh shit, I'm super tempted.
It's less than I paid for Resident Evil 6.
I am super tempted.
Let's see. I can
Fuck
get
it.
a version for $10. Here's the one for $10. I can get.
Nice.
Wait. Nope. Never mind. God dang it. It's,
Well, $15 isn't that bad.
Yeah, $15. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. I mean,
I would not pay that price.
I don't want to, but seriously, when you guys start that up, fucking, we're doing that. We're doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can kind of finish Resident Evil eventually, but whatever.
oh wait. Did I just find it for even? Here you go. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
All right, I'll click that afterwards.
All right.
Thanks,
we should
man.
also play Expendabros.
Oh, expendable. Oh, that's free, isn't it?
Yeah, we should. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, isn't that local only though?
Is
Is
it?
it?
I don't know. Is Broforce local only? I always thought it was local only because it was an arcade game, like a
Broforce-
Broforce is over Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
but it's really shitty over Wi-Fi.
Ah.
It's barely
I've
works.
seen streamers play Broforce with the other people.
Yeah, it seems fine.
I have seen people play it.
Yeah, I mean, I might play Expendabros. I mean, I don't own Broforce, but it's supposed to be really good.
But you don't need to. But
Yeah, Expendabros is also free.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you
So
know,
it's like yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
if anything, it's a demo of Broforce to start with. So
I wonder if only I know. I wonder if I guess because it's free, they didn't want to put that in. But
yeah, that's local only.
Hmm.
Okay,
all right,
never mind.
fuck it. All right, anything else, Harrison?
no, that was it.
Okay, then it's to me. Say your channel. People keep forgetting.
So I am your host, the Banana, and I have my channel is youtube.com/Banana. You know,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
my channel.
Okay, whatever. And as always, I am Nozavix. I am at youtube.com/user Spartan in space. I'm still playing Pony Fantasy 6 because Final Fantasy games do not end ever. Oh my god. I'm also unfortunately I haven't. I'm like most of the way done. I just got to the unbalanced world, so like everything is fucked. So I'm basically just gathering every party member up again, and then I'm going to go fight Kefka, and then it's done, basically.
Dude,
Who does
episode
this?
202 of My Little Karaoke.
Yeah, that's obviously next on my list. Actually, a full playthrough, full LP of that, full superstar ranking. Also, I'm playing Murder Soul Suspect. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll have an episode up for it tomorrow because that game is so bad, and I just have been neglecting playing it. Oh my god. But what also is coming up this week that is actually good is someone suggested this to me, and I'd never heard of it. I managed to pick it up on a sale on Desura. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, dude, that game is awesome.
Yeah, so I picked it up. I was planning on doing it for my Saturday game, but if it is good enough to warrant a series, I might just replace Murdered Soul Suspect with it and just pick Murdered back up at a different time. Because
I've never
Five
heard
Nights at Freddy's. It's like, okay, you know how you were always like terrified of the fucking animatronics?
oh, dude, I
At
fucking
least
hate
I
those
wasn't Chuck E.
things at
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
wasn't.
the plot of the game is that you're trapped overnight with those things in a fucking like place as a security guard, but you have limited power to shut the doors and like watch the creatures, and they can move around at night. And they'll mistake you for an endoskeleton for one of the suits and try to cram you inside of the suit and like kill you if they see you. And they don't have walking animations. You can just watch them with the cameras like appear and disappear from rooms. And like
So it's kind of like SCP Containment Breach, that weird monster that just slides around.
Yeah, with the exception that you can't run. There's nothing you can do except open and shut doors, turn on lights, and watch cameras.
So you're not just stuck in a security room then.
You are just stuck in a security room, but the terror is watching them come after you.
Okay, so you're stuck in a security room, and you can walk around, you can lock doors, and basically the idea is to stop them from getting to the security room before the night ends.
Basically, except there's not really any walking around. You just pan from the other one side of the room to the other.
Okay. Oh shit, dude, that sounds
It's very
fucking
simple. It's really simple, and it's a really short setup, but it's so like terrifying, like gut-wrenchingly terrifying.
So like, how long does it take to finish? I feel like that if that takes too long, that might outstay its welcome.
Okay, the game has a set clock. You can probably do it in like an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely a Saturday game. Oh
Yeah.
god, that sounds exciting and terrifying at the same time.
See, I've never heard this game before.
Neither have I, actually. Most of the marketing appears to just be from people contacting YouTubers. I mean, someone contacted me through a comment, sent me a link to the Desura page, and said, "Hey, a lot of people on YouTube are playing this game. Why don't you play it? Why don't you play it too? Here's a link to the sale on Desura. It's got a sale on." And I picked it up for $2.
A lot of people on YouTube are playing this game. Why don't you play it?
Yeah, it's real popular now because Gavin and Michael just did a playthrough.
Well, the guy who actually suggested it is actually one of my subscribers that has been on my list for quite a long time, so I kind of trust his judgment because he has suggested other good stuff. So
yeah, but yeah, it's a really interesting game. You probably will die.
yeah, I probably will die.
Which should give you some extra time to play it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh god, yeah. So that's another thing. All right. So yeah, that's me. Other than reacts and more Tamagotchi wa Mahao on Sunday, that's it for me. YouTube.com/userspartan in space. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. And Zachary, what's going on your channel? Also, it is dark in this room. I just realized.
Yep. What is going on my channel? Anime reviews. Survival Game Club. Akame ga Kill. Love Stage. Persona 4.
You're still playing Persona 4.
No, Persona 4 the golden animation. Get good.
Oh.
I beat
that's
Persona 4 like 3 times.
Oh, so that's like a long ass game as well.
Yeah. But games that are gonna go on my channel. Resident Evil, whenever I want to put tags and titles on those. I have them uploaded, but I haven't tagged them or anything yet.
I have them uploaded as well.
Let's see. More Let's Watches eventually, probably. Who knows?
Maybe.
Eventually. Hopefully.
Maybe some Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah, we definitely need to play that. I'm gonna buy that like immediately.
What else?
Enjoy your shit games.
Shit.
Shit games are fun when you play them with friends.
Oh, maybe maybe SummerSlam 2014 abridged. Maybe.
Dude, seriously.
I have to.
pull me in for some voice shit, man. I would. That sounds rad as fuck.
What else?
Hey, you need
Okay.
voice actors. I'm always game.
The PT demo that's on the PS4 right now.
Is that free or is that?
It's
It's
free.
a demo. What the?
Well, I mean, it's Kojima.
On
It's
one
really-
hand,
you got a
you
good
have.
point. You got a good point. Suji
Yeah.
said that.
I hope you
It is
like
Kojima.
it.
But I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I played a little bit of it.
Me no
and
Reiki.
it's
Oh.
very easy to see where the jump scares are gonna be. But we'll see if it gets any better. I only played like 5 minutes of it.
Apparently, most of the horror out of it is the atmosphere of it. Like it's less jump scares and more just creepy shit is happening. Like it's very apparently it takes more from Del Toro than it does Kojima, which I'm fine with because I fucking love Del Toro. Fucking love that man.
But, like in the beginning of it, there's like you walk through this hall and then you go to the end of the doorway, like the end of the hallway, and the door doesn't open. So you go back to the other end of it, and as you walk past one of the doors,
something
like the
happens.
door starts getting knocked on.
No, that kind
Well,
of
that's
thing,
not
you
really a
know,
jump scare. That's I'd say that's more atmospheric than jump.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
British twat. This is why you lost so many wars. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
that reminds me of
We've lost maybe one war.
Like 4 or 5.
That
But
reminds me
still,
of when I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing Outlast. You remember when you go past those crazy people for the first time? And I remember in my video, I was like, "We're about to get a jump scare when we come back." And then as soon as I come back, jump scares. Like,
No, but like what happens is you walk past that door and it's knocking, then the knocking stops,
oh yes.
and then you
Oh,
walk to the end of the hallway, and that door doesn't open, so you have to turn around and ooh, there's something there.
Ooh,
it's
spooky.
obvious.
Oh, I watched the Game Grumps play it. I don't know if it was just the shit quality of the video I was watching because it hadn't gone to full HD yet, so it didn't really seem very jumpy. It seemed just like, oh, there's something there. It didn't seem to like jump. It looked like it was just standing there.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I mean, I wouldn't classify that as a jump scare, more as something is watching you. Ooh, spooky.
But see, when you see it, it kind of you always if you see someone that's watching you, it kind of takes it away a little bit.
yeah.
All right. Well,
But yeah, so that's all that's going on my channel.
yeah, and
Watch
he,
it for the anime reviews.
yeah, and he's at
Watch
youtube.com,
it for the plot.
and he's at youtube.com/user zfatjesus.
Also, Azrael plays.
Also Azrael plays. Did you ever get that /user fixed, or does YouTube not let you?
No, I'm not even gonna bother with it.
Not even gonna bother. All right. Well, everyone, you've been watching the non-content podcast, our first breakaway, and with that, I'm gonna use some music from a guy that I personally work with. We're going to go with "Nightlife" by Disc Flame. This is a newest track from him. He's over on YouTube. He'll be linked down in the description, and it's very nice EDM and just all around a great guy. He's letting me use his music.
Ooh.
And we're done.
And we're done. See you around, everybody. And we didn't even use the soundboard once.
Oh,
I didn't-
damn it.
I didn't feel like booting it up.
I am
using it.
I am disappointed in you.
Well, I'm disappointed.
I
in
felt
you
like
every
mentioning
day,
it.
so.
Ooh.
I made a note to myself to mention it around the end and say, hey, we didn't get like one use of the soundboard during this entire
Yeah.
podcast.
Goodbye, JoJo.